We are pleased to present you with our 8th featured office in our series, Practices That Work, powered by PracticeWorks. We are at Greenville Smiles in Greenville, South Carolina. Greenville is located in the upstate of South Carolina and approximately halfway between the cities of Atlanta, Georgia and Charlotte, North Carolina. Downtown Greenville is the preeminent business center of the upstate, accounting for over 1/3 of the total office space in the Greenville-Spartanburg metropolitan area, with almost 3 million square feet and the largest concentration of headquarter offices in the region. Since the downtown is the center of business, culture, and entertainment, not surprisingly, it has also become one of the most desirable residential districts in and around Greenville. At Greenville Smiles Family Dentistry, Dr. Wilson uses state-of-the-art equipment and the most current techniques available, providing his patients with a perfect smile. Dr. Wilson continually keeps abreast of the latest advances and developments in the field of dentistry by attending numerous continuing education and special training courses. By delivering superb dentistry and bringing unparalleled skill and trust to each patient, Dr. Wilson has attracted a great number of satisfied patients, telling each one a welcoming smile is waiting for you.
Well, my first job as a dentist was in this practice in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. I worked there for about a month and a half and was making absolutely no money. I was an associate for somebody. It was kind of a practice that had kind of died and was coming back, and it just didn't seem like it was where I needed to be. Even though I grew up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it was, it was convenient and all, but it didn't seem like that's exactly where I needed to be at that time. So I worked in a denture mill for a while, which more or less wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it provided me a living that was comfortable. Taught me a few things, but it also taught me that that's not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So that's how I ended up purchasing my own practice. I inherited PracticeWorks, and I also inherited Dexis. And Dexis worked fine for us, but when we were upgrading to a new facility, I decided at that time I wanted everything to be integrated seamlessly. So I just felt that getting rid of the Dexis sensors and purchasing the Kodak sensor, I believe it's the 6100 sensor, and the Kodak digital pan would be in my best interest, just because it would seamlessly integrate all aspects of digital dentistry and work best for us. Plus, the added benefit is I really like the Kodak digital sensor better. I like the software better. I'm exceedingly happy with it.
We use the Kodak digital sensors in our office. Patients love that. They love to see what we see if there's a problem, because it's nice and big on the screen as opposed to that little tiny film. You can really educate the patient on what is going on in their mouth. And I think that's been the greatest thing about the Kodak system.
Digital, it's always consistent, it's always good, and if for some reason you screw it up, it takes seconds to retake it. You're not exposing the patient to nearly as much radiation as you would with standard film.
In our office, we use PracticeWorks management software. We love it. It is great because me as a hygienist, I schedule all my appointments in the back. I do my own predeterminations for things like crowns for patients, and everything integrates perfectly together. My software with my imaging, with my x-rays, I can print everything from the back directly to the front. It just works out great. Patients get to see how techno we are with everything. They love anything that's digital. They love the computers in the room, and it makes things work more seamlessly for our office. It makes things run smoother. It makes the patient flow better, and they're not getting kind of stopped at the front desk having to check out and do additional things. They can just go on about their day.
Well, to be honest with you, as you see back here, the Logicon software is pulled up. I honestly think that's one of the biggest no-brainers in dentistry nowadays. It allows you to show your patient that they do have decay in between their teeth, and it allows you to do it in a graphic. It's almost like a video game for them. You've got this radiograph, and you say, oh yeah, look at this little gray spot, that's decay. But all of a sudden, if you can map it out with some red, Logicon does for you, it becomes real to them. All of a sudden, they're like, wow, I guess that really is something there.
I think success for us has been, of course, working hard, having goals for your future, for your family, and just doing everything you can do to get there on a daily basis with every person you make contact with every, coworker, every patient that comes through this door, just letting them know that I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're going to have the best dental care that you can have, and that I do care, and I do want you to be a part of this practice until I retire. I think so much of this has been about the patients for us, not just a big fancy building or the latest, computer stuff. It's all been great to have all these things, and it has definitely done wonders for our practice. But I think as long as I'm out there with our community, with our patients, letting them know that I care about them, I think I will be successful.
You're going to leave, once you're dead and gone, you're going to leave some dental work behind and everything. And you want to make sure that that's still around when you're gone, and you got to treat people well. And the most important thing about patient care is that you actually have to treat people like you'd want to be treated when you came in, and you want to do the absolute best job you could do. And I'd like to think that people going into our profession really aren't going in there to make a quick buck. They're really going in there to help people. And helping people is really what dentistry is all about.
We hope that you've enjoyed seeing how this modern dental office in Greenville, South Carolina is able to offer their patients the best quality of care by utilizing state-of-the-art dental technology and equipment. When patients come to Greenville Smiles, they know their dental visit will be comfortable, positive, and pleasant. Dr. Wilson has the magic touch with the help of digital technology in helping create the beautiful smile that each patient is looking for.